Hey traders, Todd Gordon here with TradingAnalysis.com. This is for CNBC's Trading Nation. Traders, we're going to take a look at a setup in Microsoft. Microsoft, as well as the broader market, has had a very nice move up here over the last 9 months, following a very orderly uptrend here. It appears that the last consolidation we saw was back in the second half of summer 2016 into early fall. So that consolidation is right in this range right here. So it lasted about 3 to 4 months. It looks to be, based on the technicals that we're following, that Microsoft could be falling into a similar range. I would like to take advantage of this pending range in the options market. Further, if you look at the level of option pricing, which is called implied volatility is essentially the expected future movement of the stock. The higher the expected movement, the more expensive options are, both puts and calls. You can use this to your advantage. If we look at that level of option pricing, which is implied volatility on the chart, you can see this guy has a nice technical development on its own. It is also respecting a downtrend channel, downtrend line I should say, with resistance just above. Now implied volatility is moving up due to this recent sell-off in tech, as well as earnings that are coming up on July 20th. I would like to take advantage of this overbought implied volatility, which means options are expensive, as well as this pending range I think that's settling into Microsoft between the $65 to $72 region. So the trade we're going to do is, let's head over. This is a little bit more advanced, so stay with me. We're going to do a combination of a call spread and a put spread. It's called an iron condor. First thing, let's start with the downside. We're going to sell puts. Selling puts is a bullish trade. So we're going to go ahead and sell the 67.5 put. We're then going to buy the 65 put. That's the bullish side of the trade. We're going to take in about 42 cents, 40 to 42 cents on that put spread sale. We're also going to sell a call spread. So we're going to go over to the call side, and we're going to sell to open one of the 72.5 calls. That creates a bearish position. So we're going to sell the 72.5, and then in order to cap the risk, we're going to buy the 75. So what we're essentially doing is we're defining a range in which we think Microsoft will exist heading into July monthly options. So the P&L curve is very interesting. It's flat at the top here, which gives you your max profit. Okay, your max profit is going to be just about $100 on the flat part of this P&L curve right here. That max profit, traders, will exist between $67.5 and $72.5. So you have a $5 range that Microsoft can be within, and you receive max profit of $100. Break even, let's look at the break even at the zero line. So right there across. At what point does our cursor intersect that zero line? And we're looking at the purple. Right there is where the purple intersects zero. That's going to be about $66.5. That's our break even on the downside. Below $66.5, you lose money in this trade. On the top side, let's go all the way over to the other side of the trade. There's the zero line, 73.5. So you have a 73.5, 66.5. So you essentially have a $7 range that Microsoft must be contained within in order to not lose money in this trade. If we go on either side, that's the point at which we will begin to lose money. And that's the point, once we hit those break-evens, where we want to close that side of the trade. So for instance, if we start to push to the lower side here, okay, if we get down to 66.5, let's close the put spread and keep the call spread. Conversely, if we test the higher end of the range and we're losing money on the call spread side, let's close that and keep the put spread. So altogether, this is a range-bound trade in Microsoft heading into earnings with high implied volatility, with the expectation that the market moves sideways. Done properly, options are a wonderful way to potentially make money in a sideways market in high implied volatility situations. Traders, if you have any questions about this, be sure to tweet us at Trading Nation. I'll be monitoring the Twitter feed to get back to you on this Microsoft trade, as well as updates to this trade, as well as everything else that our traders are watching, guys. And we'll see you in the next video update.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.